What's really fucked up but we're pretty much okay with it? Social media. How awful a lot of parents are. Child labor in cobalt mines in the Congo. Child exploitation to provide the minerals for batteries. Read Cobalt read by Siddharth Kara. The banking industry and corruption in politics. Worker exploitation. Women's medical treatment. Lobbying, it's just a soft term for bribery. How hard we have to study/work in order to live a normal decent life. Everything became a lifelong race which nobody can opt out. No surprise mental health issues are rising all over the world. In America, people dying because they can't afford life-saving procedures and medication because of cost. Even with insurance. Side-eyes medications not covered because reasons. Factory farming. Tipping. I'm not American but I know all about tipping culture. Mainly because it's trying to weasel its way into my country. What a disgusting way to avoid paying your employees. If you work a 6-hour dinner shift, your pay should not be determined by whatever jack-off decided to sit at the table. How hard it is to escape the unhealthy food in America. That the police can lie to us. That we agree to give away all of our sensitive data in exchange for a social media presence. How wealthy parts of the world live off of the products made by labor slaves from many impoverished nations without labor laws. That a purebred dog is essentially a creature of incest. That we basically bred some dogs to be completely dependent on humans. Some can't breed on their own. Some are disabled by flat faces that give them breathing problems. Some are disabled with short legs that give them back problems. We snip their ears and chop off their tails. We do all this because we think it's cute, not because any of this benefits them in any way. Then we call them family. What really gets my goat is that women's jeans don't have pockets. As a man I was fucking baffled. I don't know what I'd do without the pockets on my jeans. But women's jeans have pockets like the little ones guys have right above the right pocket for some reason. Homelessness. Puppy mills. Unnecessary circumcision on babies. And 99.999% are totally unnecessary. Convenience fees. Driving. It's a complicated, exhausting and precise work that only a small percent of people are able to do without endangering others. Yet we give a driver's license to pretty much everyone, build our cities around everyone having it and kind of agree that thousands of innocents dying each year in car accidents are somehow okay. People will put tape on their computer cameras yet will use social media, credit cards, smartphones, and more to track all of their movements, purchases, and locations. We let the unimaginable profit of the super rich rule what makes the decisions in our world, not things that make sense. We will defend those same elites and call out fellow poor people for not liking this. Alcohol. You can buy it everywhere, there are commercials on TV, it's not only normalized but also encouraged at times. Meanwhile, weed and other substances are illegal. Our relationship with technology. Meat industry. War. In our healthcare system, people profit off others' illnesses, injuries, birth defects, etc. That's disgusting, and has ruined many a family financially. You work your whole life, get cancer, for example, and end up bankrupt and in assisted living. American dream. Ha! How much time we spend working. Work/life balance needs an overhaul. The shit they put in our food, skin and hair products, cleaning products, etc. and how insanely hard and expensive it can be to get away from this stuff. Chemicals, pesticides, microplastics, and so on. People dying because they can't afford meds. Edit, fixing autocorrect of media to meds. The FDA allows chemical companies to self-assess the safety of chemicals used in everyday products we use, and they don't require any studies for negative effects. Climate change. Beauty standards for girls and women. Bullying and abusing people, especially if they're at the bottom of the totem pole. Bonus points if they're different. Healthcare in America. Deleted. The world dying but allowing the government to do so little. There being enough food for all but people starving. Calling certain pieces of land countries and killing people not from them. Humans are mental. Our two-party system and party politics in general. Animal agriculture. We're 3 years into a deadly pandemic that has killed a shockingly high number of people and is known to cause lasting damage to brains, heart, lungs, sight, hearing, basically everything. And we've done virtually nothing about air filtration in enclosed environments anywhere in the Western world and largely dispensed with any mitigations whatsoever. Being in a constant state of war, United States. The people/celebs who worked with Jeffrey Epstein. Modern slavery is still very active around the world. All of our phones are built with slave labor. The amount of poverty. I live in a decent area and we have a program at our elementary school because nearly 10% of children can't afford a decent breakfast or lunch, so we all chip in to help out. I can't even imagine living in poor areas. I would respect billionaires so much more if they all capped their fortunes at something like 5-10 billion and the rest went towards helping the less fortunate. I would gladly listen to them gloat all day long about saving millions of lives. Not that it's all on them or anything, society as a whole needs to care more about each other. Paying so much for just being able to live on this planet. Last time I checked, animals lived rent-free. Nestle. School system.